Isn't it true that we blame ourselves for a lot of things, like our addictions, our dysregulation, like when we get mad at someone or have a ragey response at someone, our anxiety, our health concerns, all of these things that are bothering so many people on a daily level, on a daily basis. And we think that there's something wrong with us for having all that stuff. And our society affirms to us that there is something wrong with us, but there isn't. What's really happening, in my opinion, is we're using this outer language, this external language, describing our symptoms. And what we're not doing is describing what's behind that. Why do we have those symptoms? Why is all that stuff happening? Why is suddenly everybody become, so mad and so dysfunctional and so anxious and so anxiety ridden and so health, worried and all kinds of things? Why is this happening all of a sudden? Why is our society becoming that way? I think it has a lot to do with how distanced we are getting and have been for a long time from the language of our essence, of our identity. We're speaking on this external level about the symptoms or the things we can observe, the results of our problems, but we're not speaking about the causes and the roots of those things. And therefore, we're avoiding the conversation of our subconscious, of our inner life. That doesn't make any sense, because why would we have that voice? Why would we have that language inside of us if not to use it? And so I think what's happening in our kind of, less and less religious, less and less traditional societies, we're also becoming less and less invited to talk to our inner self, to our subconscious mind. And then when we don't do it and we get all these misfirings, towards our nervous system, which is what expresses our subconscious, we think that we're sick. We think there's something the matter. But really, I think what's happened is we've lost that language. We've lost the language of the subconscious. And so that's why my work is about not only rekindling that for you, but also showing you how to do it so that inside of yourself, it never gets lost again. That is a big piece of this transformation process, is kind of equipping you with something that I think should have been taught to everybody in kindergarten or at the very beginning. So better late than never, better now than never, because this is the voice that conditions not only our behavior, but our identity and who we become. So it's, to me, the supercomputer that creates all of our symptoms and problems. So when we talk to it, that's where the mega power lies. And without that language, we have no access to who we really are. So your symptoms and your problems are merely little lights, so to speak, like a red light's flashing saying, hey, there's something I want you to learn. There's something I want you to learn about yourself. But to actually do it requires that subconscious experience. If you have questions about it, you know where to find me. Please ask me anything you need to know. If you want to see me one-to-one, let me know that as well. You can link through my link tree or send me a message. I'll be happy to answer you. I'm not a medical doctor or a mental health care practitioner. Thanks for watching. This is Mama Soul Doc in Montreal, Quebec.